Okay, g'day and welcome to, I think this is going to be a fun video.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like one of those celebrity Where Are They Now shows,
Yeah.
but all of the cars of the year, where are they now?
Yeah, we're going to travel back in time and talk about the car, the song, and the movie from that year.
And maybe some other fun facts.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to split this up into 3 either videos or podcasts, however you're absorbing this content. This one we're just going to cover the 90s, then we've got the noughties and the 20 teens after that. Shall we get into this?
Let's do it.
Okay, so first up, 1990. The song of the year was Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. Fun fact, actually written by Prince. The movie of the year was Home Alone with none other than Macaulay Culkin.
And the car of the year was the Lexus LS430. Oh, sorry, LS400.
Good start, LS400. Now, here's a fun fact about the LS400. During production, Lexus logged 2.7 million kilometres of testing. That's the same as driving to the moon and back more than 5 times.
That's cool.
Side fact, To the Moon and Back. Great song by Savage Garden, Brisbane band. Anyway, Lexus LS400, what are our thoughts? Is it a worthy car of the year?
Definitely. And it also has stood the test of time.
100%.
There's probably a significant number of those still on the road.
I totally agree. We haven't actually reviewed that generation, but I have driven that generation. A mate of mine, Adrian, had one of these, and superb car. It's still, even now, even with some maintenance, generally still running around really nicely.
Yeah, and in that category, what it was up against, definitely, day and night compared to those cars that it was up against, like any Merc or Beamer from that time.
Yeah.
These are
And as
way
you're
better.
As you're going to find out, I think this is a more worthy car of the year right now than it is of plenty of the more modern cars that have won the award.
Yeah, they got it right.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, what were you doing in 1990?
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was the year after the Newcastle earthquake.
Wow, I was an apprentice mechanic.
Wow.
Spending all of my money on dumb cars.
Wow.
And, doing dumb things in said cars.
Yeah. 1990, I think I was in my 3rd year of the SAS. No, I'm joking.
Not supposed to talk about that.
Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't. Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay, 1991, the song of the year for 1991 was Bryan Adams' Everything I Do It For You. Here's a quiz question for you.
Yeah.
What movie was that song from?
Oh, definitely not the movie of the year, which was Terminator.
To Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I don't know. What was it from?
This is how much of a music and movie geek I am. Okay, so Everything I Do It For You, I'm sure is from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner. That was the song for that. And the song for Terminator 2 Judgment Day was You Could Be Mine by Guns N' Roses.
Yep. Yeah.
As a drummer, knowing that intro fill, that was the that if you could play that on drums in 1991, you were
cool.
You were cool.
Right.
The cars of the year. Here we go. Can I do the first one?
Yeah, go for it.
Because it's my all-time dream car.
I know.
Honda NSX. Second car.
The humble Nissan Pulsar, the N14.
Amazing that. We should mention, we're basing these on Australian Wheels Car of the Year.
Very important.
Yeah, obviously there's a bunch of other Cars of the Year awards, but in Australia, this has been probably the most respected Car of the Year award.
It was the most recognised award for sure.
Totally. So this is the year that they had 2 winners. They had a tie on points, which is amazing. You've got a mid-engined, all amazing supercar and a little hatchback.
Well, was it just the ordinary N14 Pulsar, or was it the Triple S?
I have a feeling it was the whole N14 range. Yeah, I think they did the whole range.
Because Triple S Pulsar, N14, they're a good car.
Well,
somewhat collectible and kind of cool.
In Triple S version, and also in GTIR version, I nearly bought a GTIR. Should have done it.
Should have bought it, should have kept it.
Yep. Fun fact, the N14, versions of the N14 Pulsar were used as the basis of the WRC car that Nissan entered in the 1991 and 1992 WRC Championship.
It would have been the GTIR, right?
It was.
Yeah.
But thanks to poor performance, Nissan abandoned WRC after entering only 9 races, or 9 rallies.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I sort of vaguely remember something about the diff control was terrible.
Okay.
Something, I don't know. Someone please comment, tell us why it was no good.
I'm going to sound like a wanker here. One of the reasons I didn't buy it was because I remember test driving a couple of them and both of them understeered into corners. But that was probably lack of driver talent than the actual car itself. Yeah. Fun fact for the NSX, there are so many fun facts for the NSX. The performance benchmark for the NSX was Ferrari 360, while was it Ferrari 360? I thought it was just Ferraris in general. And the exterior design was inspired by the F-16 fighter jet.
I did not know that.
F-16 or F-15?
This is so small, like F-16, yeah.
Yep. Sorry, the font is the smallest font.
And neither of us are tech savvy enough to work out how to change it and print it properly.
Exactly. Are they worthy cars of the year? NSX, 100%. Coming from the most biased person ever on the NSX.
Is that car the most collectible Honda?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
I would go as far as saying it's probably the most collectible Japanese car. You could maybe put the 2000 GT from Toyota up there.
Yep.
But I think NSX, because not only was it the benchmark Honda, it changed supercars. Before that, the 911 was sort of an everyday supercar. It's not really a supercar, but it's mainly a really good sports car. Yeah. But Ferrari, Lamborghini, they all had to up their game because the NSX was livable every day.
And reliable.
Yep.
Yeah.
For me, that's still my dream car.
Yeah,
I shouldn't talk about the NSX because I'm just going to rave about how wonderful it is. Is the Pulsar a worthy car of the year?
I think.
Where is it now?
What was it up against then? In its category, Corollas. Yeah.
323 Mazda.
Yeah.
We didn't really have the Golf in Australia a lot around that period.
Wasn't popular
early
no.
90s, no.
Yeah, I think it's probably worthy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you still see them driving around.
Yeah.
You still see triple S's.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I think it's the where are they now aspect of this. I think
probably
it's still worthy.
more desirable now than an equivalent Corolla. But I'm only really thinking of the triple S. I actually can't remember the last time I saw a standard N14 Pulsar on the road.
I saw a Pulsar Q a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Interestingly, we had an N14 Triple S here in the workshop, and we had a lot of comments asking about it. Great car.
And it's only got 50,000 Ks on it too. Original.
We need to have that on the channel. The other end of the spectrum, in 1992, we won't say the cars yet, but this is the other end of the spectrum. Sorry.
It's all bad.
It's all bad. Okay. The song of the year in 1992 was Achy Breaky Heart by Miley Cyrus's dad, Billy Ray Cyrus.
If you haven't heard of him, it's Miley Cyrus's dad.
Yeah, don't go hearing of him. Movie of the year was Aladdin, which really, that was the Robin Williams show.
I've got small children, and I've seen nearly every, kids movie from this time. Yep. It's not one of the better ones.
I love Robin Williams.
Yeah, well, who doesn't? But in terms of kids movies, there's way better.
Okay.
Sorry.
Speaking of way better... Now, we have a tie for Car of the Year for 1992 because these are ostensibly the same car.
Yep.
Ford Telstar and...
Mazda 626. Now, I just want to say, I think it's a cop-out that they didn't just fucking pick one. Find a point of difference and say it's better because it's $1,000 cheaper, or it's better because it's got it's got lumbar support in the seat or something. Yeah. Find something.
Or the colour range that you can choose in the 626 is nicer than the Telstar. But
that would never happen now because...
No.
Reasons, obviously.
What a shit car. Sorry.
I can't remember the last time I saw a 92 Ford Telstar on the road. No. They're all gone. They're all gone.
This is the first... I think this is the first car of this video series where you're going to suddenly go, car of the year when they're new doesn't really relate to longevity or quality because these are terrible cars. Fun fact, here we go. The Ford Telstar was based on the same platform as the 626, which was also awarded Car of the Year. The Duo also won the award in 1983.
Is that so?
How's that? Also, shit cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no, I don't think the 83 one isn't quite as bad. I wonder if it was more Mazda than it was Ford.
Probably would have been.
But yeah, bad car. I've got a feeling, I think I had a relative that owned a Ford Telstar. Hang on, did my mum own a Ford Telstar? I think my mum may have had one.
Okay.
I think it was pretty bad. I can't remember. I should know that. We've had a lot of cars.
Give your mum a call. 1993 now.
Okay.
The movie of the year, I do anything... sorry, not the movie. The song of the year, I do anything for love, but I won't do that, by the Meatloafs.
And what's your opinion of Meatloaf in that song?
Sorry, Meatloaf fans. Something happens. I have this visceral reaction, and it makes me kind of want to vomit. I can't think of a song I hate more than that song.
Yeah.
I'll maybe hate more what's that Dashboard Light song? The other Meatloaf song, Paradise by the Dashboard Lights.
Yeah.
I hate that more. There you go.
Not an operatic rock guy.
No, well, not a Meatloaf guy.
No, fair enough. Movie of the year, Jurassic Park. Here's a fun fact about Jurassic Park. Steven Spielberg also made Schindler's List the same year as he made Jurassic Park. That's just showing off.
That is also, how can someone's brain have that going on at the same time?
He is a genius.
Or a psychopath. I don't know. You be the judge.
The car of the year.
We almost forgot the car.
Yeah, the car of the year. Holden VR Commodore.
Good car.
Good car.
Good car. Sorry if you disagree, but it actually is a good car. And even there's plenty of them around still. I know they're sort of 93. It's a good car.
I saw a VR Series 2 Club Sport not long ago in completely standard trim, and that's a good thing.
And we still see them in the workshop.
Yep.
There's still plenty of them on the roads.
Worthy car of the year?
I think so.
Yeah, it's still lasting. It's still out there.
100%.
Still working well.
Yeah.
Okay, fun fact for the Commodore, for the VR. Though in small numbers, the VR was rebadged and exported to Malaysia and Singapore as an Opal and featured a 2.6 litre inline six-cylinder engine.
I want to know what that was.
Would it be an RB26? No, couldn't be.
Well, the VL had a RB in it.
I wonder if it was.
I wonder if they had a whole bunch of them left over in 2.6 forms. Someone please tell us.
Yeah.
We could Google it, but we probably won't.
We should probably research that stuff. 1994, movie of the year was Lion King. I've never seen Lion King. I've never seen
Fun
it.
fact, neither have I.
Really?
No, apparently there's a new one, which I haven't seen that either.
My partner is always up me for not ever seeing Lion King. I have to get around to it. And Love Is All Around by Wet, Wet, Wet was the song of the year. What was the movie that was from? I think you got.
Was it Love Actually? We talked about this. Was it
Love Actually, or is it? Let us know in the comments. What was the movie that Love Is All Around by Wet, Wet, Wet was the big song? Okay. Car of the year, second generation Subaru Liberty. Now, let's talk head gaskets on that car.
What head gaskets?
I know.
Yeah, overall, the car was good for a while, but the head gasket issue probably dragged it down. Yeah.
But pretty tough, I think, because once you get the head gasket done, it's pretty much good to go from then, isn't it? It generally doesn't happen again.
They don't break down a lot. They
Okay.
sort of keep on trucking, even when they've got a bunch of things wrong with them. They still keep running.
Yep.
Service expensive to service and upkeep because timing belts every 100,000 k's.
Bit thirsty.
Yeah, bit thirsty. But overall, probably worthy of a car of the year.
I feel like all those 90s Subarus, I've just sold my GC8, they're tough. As long as they're looked after and not molested and not abused, tough things. Tough things. So yeah, I think worthy car of the year.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
definitely.
good news.
Yeah.
Okay, fun fact for the Liberty/Legacy. The Liberty/Legacy nameplate might be Subaru's most important. The original Impreza was based on the second generation Liberty. The jacked up wagon concept was also the genesis for the Outback and eventually became the Forester. Amazing.
Yeah.
I think, okay, here's a question for you. I feel, so if you're not a car nerd, which I doubt because you're watching this, so many brands do the part sharing thing. Yeah. I feel like Subaru never hid that. I think it's almost very, very well known that all Subarus, share bits and pieces of components.
It's the same car.
Exactly. Yeah. Whereas other manufacturers, I feel like they try to hide it a bit, not pointing fingers, Volkswagen and Audi. Yeah. But I think, Subaru, there's never been hidden that it's all kind of the same stuff, same architecture.
Yeah, 100%. And looking at the engine bay, the flat 4 engine and the symmetrical all-wheel drive, it's pretty easy to see as well.
100%.
Yeah. Now, if you are interested in buying any of the X cars of the year, or any car for that matter, it makes good sense to just compare all finance offers.
Normally this would be a nightmare of a job, having to call every single bank and try and get quotes. The easier way to do this is by hitting the Driver link down below, because Driver will compare loans from stacks of different lenders. The entire process is completely free, super easy, all done online. It's brilliant. It's the only way to get the best loan quotes. Hit that Driver link. 1995. How did I just say that? 1995.
Oh, the song Gangster's Paradise by Coolio.
Track. What a track. Michelle Pfeiffer in the film clip because it's from a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Movie of the year, Toy Story. Fantastic.
Excellent movie.
Fantastic.
Again, as I said earlier, I've got small children. I reckon if prompted, I could quote every line in that movie.
Brilliant. And the car of the year for 1995, Honda Odyssey.
I'm going to say that's a worthy prize winner.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, for sure.
Tough thing. a really good people mover. I can't remember which generation it was, but there was one that had definite sex appeal for the design of it, and they even ran an ad about mum and dad having some sexy time in the Odyssey. That generation Odyssey, we'll throw a photo of one up, lowered with some cool wheels, cool looking thing.
And what was around then that it was competing would have been a Tarago, I guess?
Sort of. But this is what I liked about the Odyssey. I feel like it's more car than it is van. I rate it. I think it's a worthy car.
Hang on, I should probably know this, but did that have the K series in it?
I'm pretty sure it did.
Is it?
Pretty K24. Pretty sure it's a K24.
Again, should have researched that, but yeah.
I'm sure, But that generation for Honda, fantastic. Yeah. Worthy winner. Okay, 1996.
The song. This song. The worst.
Macarena. Macarena by Los Del Rio. I've played that I've DJ'd that at 1,000 weddings.
All the mums, all the Karens love the Macarena. They love it.
Independence Day. Starring none other Will Smith. Who else was in that? Oh my God, I should know who else was in that.
All the other
people. Independence Day was the biggest movie. And the car of the year, Mitsubishi TE Magna.
Okay, worthy or not, I don't know. They went on to prove themselves as a big seller and a reliable car, but also terrible. Really? What?
Yeah, not
good to drive, not good to look at.
The funny thing is, Magna has a fan base. My first car was a much earlier Magna.
I was thinking of the fan base tearing me apart in the comments as I just said that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll definitely get a Magna on. Here's a fun fact about the Magna. So the 6G72 V6 engine that powers the Magna is the same engine in non-turbo form in the Mitsubishi 3000 GT/GTO, which we've done a full review video of. Also the same as the Pajero Evo. It's the same as dozens of different
6G family generation is a proper Mitsubishi workhorse.
It's even in a Hyundai.
Yes.
I can't remember which one, but it's in a Hyundai as well. What do we think? Is it a worthy car of the year?
It's all right. I think it was at the time, but is it overall a good car? I
just think from 1996, there's got to be some other cars from 96 that are better now than what a Magna would be.
Yeah.
Although is the Magna's issue... If it's been maintained really well, surely it'd have to be relatively reliable, I'm assuming.
I don't think they're ever unreliable. They're just dynamically just terrible.
Yeah.
And I just think I don't know.
You know what? We're gonna have one. We'll do a full review of the Magna. We'll answer all the Magna questions.
Not many of them around now.
No, it's gonna be a challenge to find.
And hard to get parts for.
Oh, of course, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Are you tired of streaky, squeaky wipers? Confused by wipers that are hard to buy and even harder to fit? Sick of paying extortionate prices for wipers? Well, introducing WiperTech. Purchase wipers from the leisure of your home and have them delivered straight to your door. Not only are they a piece of cake to fit, they fit perfectly, and you can now enjoy streak and squeak-free wipering all day. Plus, use our code and get 15% off your purchase.
Okay, 1997, the year I finished high school, showing my age a little bit. Movie of the year, Titanic.
Fun fact about Titanic, I've never seen it. And I've been pressured a few times to, why don't you sit down and watch this movie? And I've just gone, well, no, I can't. I won't do it.
Yep.
And now I know I never can because, I'm selling myself out.
Amazing.
Never seen it. Never will. Call me an idiot or a Philistine, I don't know, but I'm just not going to watch it. The boat sinks. There's not enough room on the door for the dude. We kind of know.
The thing that ruins Titanic for me now is the visual effects just don't stand up. Some of them do, like some of the practical effects do, but some of the computer-generated stuff has not stood up.
I will never watch it.
Need to remaster it. Song of the year, it was Candle in the Wind by Elton John. I've got a fun fact about that. I went to Glastonbury when Elton John performed last year, and at Glastonbury everyone has the big flags that they wave to, so you find your friends. And there was one which had a picture of Kendall from Succession on it. It was Kendall in the Wind on the flag. And I was there with my partner, and I was like, like a candle in the wind.
Yeah, it's good.
And the response from everyone around was like, oh my God, yes, of course. Kendall in the Wind.
I love that.
It was great. Anyway, car of the year, VT Commodore.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the VT Commodore marked the fourth time the Commodore nameplate had won the award.
Good car, VT Commodore is a classic.
Yep.
They're weirdly collectible. They're also affordable, and P-platers love to thrash them and do burnouts and make skid pigs out of them.
Yeah, I've said this before about the Commodore. The Commodore has been ruined by association. The Commodore, if you, in isolation, can be a good car with right maintenance. Yeah, Aussie made, the whole bit, you know, sort of, kind of Aussie made, mainly Aussie made.
Yeah.
The issue is being ruined by association. In the same way, Cold Chisel, fantastic band, can write a cracking good song, unfortunately ruined by association.
Connection there.
Yeah.
Worthy car of the year? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say yes because we still see plenty of them.
There's still heaps.
There's still heaps of them on the road.
Well, I think worthy car of the year.
Definitely
cool.
worthy.
Okay, 1998, Song of the Year. Do you want to have a go at saying this? Living La Vida Loca.
Something like that.
By none other than Ricky Martin.
We all know the song, but terrible song.
I think it's a good song. I am a bit of a Ricky Martin fan, but I like Ricky. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Movie of the year, Saving Private Ryan.
Good movie.
Great rom-com.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Am I thinking of the wrong movie?
So,
There's like a slow motion beach scene at the start.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's very, very touching.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just, car of the year for 1998, Subaru Liberty Wagon.
Worthy, yeah. Well, similar story to the
previous ones.
Liberty,
Yeah.
the early second gen one.
Fun fact, at the same time the Subaru Liberty took out the award over the NB MX-5, the now iconic Ford AU Falcon, and Porsche's first all-new 911 in over 3 decades.
Yep.
So a Liberty beat all of those. Is that okay?
I think any one of those cars would have been a better candidate.
I agree. I think, okay, NB MX-5, I think has stood the test of time more
Definitely.
than the Liberty Wagon of that era. I
And
think
the
that
AU Falcon for the same reason the Commodore.
AU Falcon's underrated, yes.
Aussie classic.
Yeah, ugly, but it's come good. And all new 911 in 3 decades. Okay.
That would have been special.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
But Subaru wins it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
Well, it won it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if is it a worthy winner. I don't know. Is it still? No. I'm going to say no.
No, I agree.
No.
1999.
Ooh.
This is, end of an era.
Here we go. So, song of the year, Mumbo number 5.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Movie of the year, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
I didn't think that was a particularly good Star Wars movie.
I didn't think so either. I can't stand Jar Jar Binks.
I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but that was
Jar Jar Binks.
that was shit.
What a shit character.
Yeah.
Don't know what they were thinking. Speaking of shit characters, car of the year, Mercedes-Benz S-Class W220. If ever a car has proven that whatever wins car of the year does not relate in any way to longevity, reliability, any of that stuff, it is this.
This is it.
Arguably
Terrible.
one of the worst Mercedes-Benz models of all time. This is a bucket of a car.
Weirdly, up until about the mid-90s, Mercs were pretty good.
Yeah.
And this is just a big turnaround
Yeah.
and massively downhill.
All due to the board, they merged with Chrysler, or Daimler Chrysler, and Chrysler Daimler, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
And it was just all about making shareholders money. Let's pull money out of R&D and development and the manufacturing. It was just an absolute nightmare. Even you talk to Mercedes-Benz fans, this is an embarrassing car.
Yeah. It's an abomination.
It is. Fun fact about it, the W220 S-Class was the first Mercedes to feature curtain airbags. It also features fibre optic wiring and double glazed windows. And it's still shit.
Yep.
Terrible. Should never have... Okay, maybe when it was new would have been amazing for the first.
Did it win because of those features?
I don't doubt for a moment when it was brand new, it was a spectacular thing. It would have been incredible.
Yeah.
The tech in it would have been game-changing for the time, as it always is with an S-Class.
And that was still in an era when, the things those cars had, the expensive cars, were a point of difference to every other market. And that's why they were a premium car and a premium brand at a premium price, because they were special.
Yeah. This is what makes me angry about Mercedes-Benz as a brand now, because I just feel like there's such brilliant cars, W190s and all those earlier ones, again, pre this period. So great. I would love one of those 190 Cosworths. Oh my God, incredible.
Yeah.
But then this is just, it's ruined it.
Yeah.
Just banking on the heritage of it without actually providing any quality.
Rubbish.
Shit car.
Yep.
That's the 90s.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the noughties.
What a time to be alive.
Let us know. What do you think? What do you think of all the cars of the year? If you're watching this from overseas, let us know what some of the international cars of the year were from UK, Road and Track in the US, any of those other publications.
And, where are they now? How do they stand the test of time?
We'll see you for the noughties.